What's up, people? It's Black Guy 410 here with another album review, and today I want to discuss this album right here, Skyzoo and Torae, and the album is entitled Barrel Brothers. Um, Skyzoo, for those who don't know, is a Brooklyn rapper. Torae is also from Brooklyn, I believe. Both these guys have been around for a while. They actually both collabed on a song, and I can't remember the name of it years back. And that song kind of made people want to see like some type of collaboration album or like EP between them two. And I believe this album supposed to have came out like a while ago. I remember hearing about this for the longest, and it finally came out. Sorry, I got Facebook going on in the background, but whatever. Anywho, I personally was waiting for this. Admittedly, I know a lot more about Skyzoo than Torae. Torae, I know he did, I think it was a collab with Marco Polo. I think the album was called like Torae-Barrel, and he has a solo album called For the Record. But I'm not like really up on him. Skyzoo, slept on for a while. I actually didn't listen to The Salvation when it first came out. I didn't really become a Skyzoo fan until I heard the Great Debater mixtape, and then that was dope. JJ versus Theo, another mixtape that was dope. And then by the time he dropped his second album, Dream Deferred, I was pretty much a fan. I was sold, so I went back and started listening to all this stuff. Also, just a side note, he did a project with a producer called Ant-Man Wonder, and that album was called An Ode to Reasonable Doubt, which was what the title implies. Pretty much think of it as like Elzai's Elmatic, but it's just for Reasonable Doubt, and Ant-Man Wonder did a good job on that one, so you should go check that out. But back to this album here. Since I got the physical case with me, let me go through some producers real quick. Production on this album, not anything like crazy stellar. It did what it needed to do, mostly just stuff you can just kind of hit nod and rock to, and perfect beats for them to go over. Just to name a few producers, you got Oh No, Jalil Beats, Illmind did a couple of tracks on here, Black Milk, Tiger, I guess that's how you say his name. Primo did the last beat on this track. And Ant-Man Wonder, who I mentioned earlier, did a track on here. And there are a few other people. Crisis, shout out to Crisis. Crisis is pretty dope. And he did a track on here as well. So production was solid pretty much throughout. Sorry, let me get myself off the chat real quick. Okay, I'm not even gonna edit that out for that, but whatever. Alright, so as I was saying, yeah, production was pretty good on here. Like I said, nothing stellar, but just like that head nodding kind of, just that hip hop feel. You know, that's pretty much the album and what they were going for, and that's pretty much what they pulled off. Features on this album are pretty limited. You got Sean Price, Guilty Simpson, Shot Stimuli, and Living Proof. And Sean Price and Guilty Simpson, that's all on one track, and then Shot Stimuli makes an appearance, and then Living Proof on another song. So limited features, you get to hear a lot of, who you pay for, which is always a good thing. I'm not a fan of a bunch of features on someone's album, buy your album, paying to hear you. So you get a lot of Skyzoo and Torae. People who aren't like familiar with their styles, Skyzoo, they complement each other well. Skyzoo's more of the kind of laid back, really just kind of gets in the pocket on a beat and just kind of flows. He has a really good flow, like just he fits in on tracks really well. Torae is much more, I guess, the aggressive, like typical New York rapper, but they definitely balance each other out. Can't really say anybody outshined anybody on now, and they both pulled their weight. It's not like one person was whack and one person was, carrying the load. They both did a good job. Concept wise on the album, not really too much concepts. This is the kind of album you listen to if you just want to hear two dudes rapping, pretty much. This is that kind of album, and if that's what you want to hear, then this is probably something you want to pick up. Let me see. Some of my favorite tracks on here. Talk of the Town was pretty dope. Blue Yankee Fitted, which was one of the singles, was pretty dope. All In Together with Sean Price and Guilty Simpson, which is, they might as well should have put featuring Random Acts. If you don't know who Random Acts is, that's Sean Price, Guilty Simpson, and Black Milk. And Black Milk was the one who produced this track, so that was a dope track. Triangle Offense with Sean Stimuli was a dope track. Skyzoo had a really good verse on that one. 4 Bar Friday was cool. Rediscover with Blue, which that was a dope feature here, Blue on here. And that song samples the, if anybody knows, this old song from a group called The Main Ingredient, and the song was called Rediscover Me. I think Wale actually sampled that joint like way long time ago on that 100 Miles and Running mixtape. So it's actually kind of the same sample. Really, the beat's really similar too. But that joint was cool. And the last track on here, The Aura, that Primo produced, was pretty good. Album's pretty short, 14 songs, gets real straight to the point. Like I said, not too much to dig in concept-wise. Just two dudes over beats, just rapping. Pros, just to get into the specifics. Like I said, production was pretty good. Not anything stellar, but it did what it needed to do. You know, they had some, good beats to just flow over. Skyzoo and Torae definitely don't slack off, on the mic at all. Like I said, they have different styles, but they complement each other pretty well. The few features they did have on here did their thing. The Shot Stimuli's verse, I thought on Triangle Offense was pretty good too. So no complaints about the features. If I had to name some cons, the one thing I think about this album, and I'll probably say more towards Skyzoo than Torae, I don't always find his hooks to be like catchy at all. Like they aren't memorable. At least, or some of them, at least to me. But that's kind of a minor thing. Like I said, his hooks to me aren't always that great, but they make it up with the verses. So it's kind of a trade-off. And I know I said the production was a pro, but I wish they could have gotten a few more like banger tracks on here, like some real real boom bap, Like some of these were that, but I wish they were a little bit just more hit a little harder to me, so they could have really just went in over some beats that were a little more, I guess, thorough, for lack of a better term. But other than that, yeah, not much else to say about this. If you just want to hear two dudes rhyming over some beats and just spitting, and just some New York hip hop, look no further. So yeah, I don't really got much else to say. Skyzoo, Torae. I thought this album was pretty dope. Like I said, like I say in all my videos, I don't really do ratings. Just I would say if you're a Skyzoo fan or a Torae fan, there's no reason why you won't like this. Definitely go check out their solo work, especially Skyzoo's solo work. Like I said, Great Debater was a good tape. Dream Deferred was a good album. JJ vs. Theo was a dope mixtape. Salvation, which was his Skyzoo's debut, was pretty good. And I myself probably had to go and check out some of Torae's stuff. Like I said, his debut album, solo album, I think was called For the Record, and then he also did a joint with Marco Polo called Torae-Barrel. And yeah, that's about it. So Skyzoo, Torae, Torae-Barrel, hip hop album. Nothing much else to say. Yeah, go check it out. And that's about it. Hopefully I'll be back here soon with another review. And until then, we'll catch you guys later.